Eric, this is some Fred Flintstone bullshit. I have to go backwards because it won't go forwards, but I really want to show you how this works. Yeah, I can't go forward. What? Brakes.
Ohayou gozaimasu, everybody. We have started our first day of this trip without the pedaling. Human babies? What? Are you okay? Shit.
Still feel like I might be pedaling.
My legs are pretty jacked right now. This is where we're staying behind us, the ryokan. There's no other people staying there, so it's been like it's kind of chill at the moment. And I don't know if there's going to be any more people staying. She said maybe on Friday there'll be people here. So I think we're going to be here for 4 nights total.
Yeah.
And just kind of chill exploring the area. It's supposed to rain basically the whole time.
Yeah,
you can put this back up.
Yes, we had intentions to
cycle around lakes and stuff.
To possibly like at least Kawaguchiko, but it seems kind of futile at this point. Like, why not just make things easy on us and have a relaxing time? So we're gonna go to Denny's.
This isn't usually how we travel either, so it's a bit of a shift. Just kind of have like a chill day.
Yeah.
And also a Denny's is a little out of our ordinary, but there's not a whole lot around here that's opened yet. We're up a little bit early, and the bakeries and stuff don't open for another hour or so. So Denny's it is, and then maybe there'll be a Swan. I'm looking forward to the Swan most of all.
Yeah. Just a 10-minute walk from our place is Denny's, and it's pretty drizzly outside. It is definitely cloudy outside. Fuji is hiding for sure. So we found one here at Denny's. It seems the same. Probably an easier climb. It's got stairs. Every time we eat here, I always just think Denny's would be so disappointed, but Denny's owns this.
What was Denny's disappointed about? What are you seem disappointed for?
Okay, next time we go back to America, we are going to Denny's. We're not going to IHOP, okay? And I know we go to IHOP because that's the jams, but we're going to go to Denny's and we're going to see what they're doing at Denny's because I feel like this is not...
Maybe this is kind of pathetic.
There's a salad on my plate.
You basically can choose from 4 different sets, and it's the only thing that's different is the egg, because we're restricted to the morning menu right now. And I saw this thing on the menu, and I was stoked about it. And it had like an avocado and a hamburger and some cheese and like all this business on it. I was like, this looks amazing. And I didn't read everything around it. You can only get it on the weekends. So she came over and I ordered it, and she was like, bad news.
This sausage should make you feel inadequate, but it is the size of my pinky.
It should make me feel inadequate. So, what we got was just like the sets. There's some bread, there's some eggs, there's a salad.
You get to choose your toast or French toast or pancakes on the side.
And then there's the famously floppy bacon. Like, that's a pretty good flop. We got a good flop here.
French toast is good.
Other things on the menu that is interesting is like she was like you can only get from the morning menu. I like looking in the morning menu and I got to the drink area, and like typically when you order something from it, you get something from the drink bar, which is like you can go up and you get like coffee and tea and juices and sodas and blah blah blah. It's a drink bar. It's like a bunch of drinks. And this time though, when in the morning area, you can get wine and hard alcohol and beer and stuff. And I'm like,
it needs to be clear that's not part of the drink bar.
Yeah.
Those are separate purchases that you could make. If you need a highball to really get your day started, you need to rethink what's going on. But I could have been coaxed. So if Eric was like, yeah, let's do this, I would have been like, wow, we're doing this.
Other parts of the morning that happened, like we just walked from the hotel down here. It took about, I don't know, a kilometer or something. It took us about 10 minutes, 11 minutes, something like that. It wasn't very far at all, but it's sort of like this rural but touristy part of Japan where there are people living here for sure, but there's also things that look like kind of like dilapidated hotels and stuff kind of are in the fringes of things, and then there are things that I think are Japanese timeshares. This is one of the lakes around Mount Fuji. There's 5 of them that are known as the Fuji Gokul, and it's a super touristy area. It just happens to be that when we're here on a Tuesday or whatever day of the week it is right now, in the middle of this season, there's really no tourism at all. So if you were here during Golden Week, or you were here when the fall colors were changing, or if you were here during like the sakura with the cherry blossoms and stuff, it's probably butts and nuts packed up in here, but it feels a little bit like just everything is turned off right now. Like the lady that we're staying with was like, yeah, we don't have any guests until Friday besides you.
We might have someone on Friday.
Yeah, she said might. So that means to me nobody is
Friday.
booked, but that possibly people show up on Friday. But it's like just like a nice little place to walk through. It's not super exciting or anything. It just feels like that mixture of tourism and Inaka countryside feel. Like that's kind of just like the vibe that you're doing when you're doing the vibe here. And it's so little going on that we ended up eating breakfast at Denny's.
Yeah. But I'm not disappointed to get to stare out over the lake. You should have sat next to me so that you could actually look at the view, because you're just looking at this, and you look at this all day, every day, so...
This is an okay view.
All day.
What do we got back here? We got some lake. Let's see if I can dial in a lake. Oh yeah, there's some lake.
Pan out, then pan back in. Out, tons of crap on the table. In, this only cost 1,320 yen for both of us. It is ridiculously cheap. I don't know how they're making a profit at all.
You still talking smack? You were talking smack earlier about that little wiener. You feeling better about the little wiener once you see the bill?
I hold my opinions about the wiener. It's supposed to be a sausage, but I guess if we Americanized everything here, it certainly wouldn't be that cheap of a price. So, and in America, it's not that price at all. How much is a Grand Slam? Don't know. I'm gonna find out.
This is an emergency toilet for those troubling times in which it's very convenient. So just in case you gotta go but you don't want to stop, here's your little baggie, y'all.
There have been times that could come in handy. We're trying to catch a swan, and we just realized that the port of call here, the Swan does not stop here anymore as of the 1st of this year. So for the last 10 months, no swans. We walked around this area, got Eric an umbrella, ended up in a wine shop, and now we're waiting for a bus to come and pick us up. We're gonna find this swan. It's here somewhere.
I think it's possible the swan might be dormant. I don't know. I don't know if the swan's gonna be swanning with us. There's tons of swans, but they're really snoozy looking.
They're all snoozy looking, or at least they're not interested in going swimming today. You have to go this way.
This is the happiness bell. We're gonna ring it together?
It's the happiness bell for money, right?
No, kane. Kane means bell, dude.
Oh, kane means bell? Yeah. I didn't know that. I thought it was money, so that's why I was sitting there having a difficult time understanding.
No, shiawase no kane. Ready?
All right, for the happiness bell.
Oh, I got wet. I didn't get happy. Well, I guess I'm kind of happy. Oh, it's good.
Yeah, that one was a solid bell. I think they've got their rope set up appropriately. Oh, shit, son. So with our rainy day, we're coming to the tourism center to just kind of figure out what can we do here, what's going on here, what can we do in rainy weather, what can we do in moderately okay weather, and found a very cool map, which might give some understanding of how yesterday went. Looking at it on this map doesn't feel any better for my my pride, but on the map, to orient you, here's Fuji. Here is Yamanakako. So that is how close we kind of are right now to Fuji.
This is actually cool too because it shows all 5 of the lakes that goes around that Fuji.
Yeah.
So you can see them and they're all kind of on the same side of the mountain.
Then over here is where we started yesterday. This is Odawara. We went north of Odawara and took these roads between the mountains, came and wrapped around this mountain complex here and rode up into here and then down into Yamanakako. I gave up right around there where that squiggle happens.
You can kind of get some of the texture here.
Yes, please get all of the ridges. Everyone needs to know about the ridges. So that was our ride, and it's really cool to look at it like this. There's really not any way to come from Tokyo where you won't encounter some severity of a climb. That is the least severe of all the climbs, unless you came really northern. But you're hitting up and down here. So I think that we made a good ride. It was just real difficult there at the end.
Turns out that Lake Yamanakako is shaped like a whale.
It's really true.
It is true. Look at that. Got the whale tail. That's my favorite part.
Is that like the only remarkable part of the whale? Who's looking at the face going, yeah, that's better than the tail?
Do whales even have faces?
They're long. So what we have here is a accelerated purchase for a ticket where you thought you were getting on a swan, but the swan is still over there and you're on a different boat that has nothing to do with swans. It is a bait and switch if I've ever heard, seen, been involved in one. We saw that people were going out to the Swan and assumed they were getting on it. So we went to where you can buy the tickets, and the lady was in a hurry. She was just yelling 2,000 yen at us. So, okay, yeah. I guess if people just yell monetary values at us, we'll give them money, because we did. She gave us tickets and we walked out on the pier. The man on the pier is yelling time over at us. And I'm walking as fast as one can walk on a dock they've never been on that is like uneven. If I start running, I'm probably gonna fall. We all saw me fall the other day. Well, you may or may not have seen me fall. Now Eric will probably put footage in.
Are you okay? Shit.
So, I don't want to run on this dock and end up ruining my vacation, so just let the man yell. We got on to the other boat. The Swan was to the right, and he pushed us over to the left. But we're out on a boat. There's no problem with being out on a boat at all. This is pretty nice. But that Swan, unattainable.
What we've got here is the majestic Mount Fuji. It's a bit hidden in the clouds today, but I promise it's probably there. It's kind of feeling like the simulation's draw distance is a little low today. I'm honestly not quite sure what this is. It looks like maybe it's a restaurant or something. I thought it was a fishing boat, but there's so many people on it. I think maybe they're eating, or maybe it's a bunch of people fishing together. We have come to a little restaurant literally across the street from the Swan boat.
These also came across the street.
And it's just like a little washoku place. It's just like Japanese food. My glasses are fogging up from the meal.
That's a sign of a good meal.
And I'm eating something that Kyde had last time we were in the Fujigoko area. It's kind of a specialty of this region, and it's called hoto. And it's an udon-based meal, and it's got a bunch of vegetables and like miso and stuff in there.
Most importantly, it's got a broad noodle.
It does have, oh yeah, you're right, it's like a broad udon noodle. And we've noticed that we have a lot of food at the table, and my meal actually came with 2 bowls. So I'm wondering if they intended for us to split this.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's like a pot you can swim in.
The reason I got my own meal was, one, I didn't think his was going to be so big. I just thought these are tourist prices, so they're a little expensive. Mine is 1,200 yen, Eric's is 1350. But we totally could have got just yours and then like maybe some tempura on the side. But we've got what we've got.
I'm glad we got what we got because you got something strange. Well,
As
it's not
always.
strange, it's kind of unique.
These guys came from across the street.
Out of the lake.
Yeah, this is smelt wakasagi, and on the menu it says it comes from Yamanakako. One thing I want to point out, you can look at all the little individual items that are on my dish. I've got rice here, soup, pickles, unknown green stuff, and tofu, but then I have this plate.
It's probably for bits of the fish.
It's either for bits of the fish or it's for the sauce. And if it's for bits of the fish, ooh, I don't like bits
Of the fish. You're just gonna eat the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna, maybe it's for the tail.
Why wouldn't you just eat the tail?
I don't know. Maybe it'll hurt you. The tail's poisonous. It's like in The Simpsons.
It's good.
Tasty fish. Tasty fish is really. How is it? Is it fishy?
No, I'd say you'd be fine eating one of
I
these.
can eat one of these fish.
Yeah.
Oh, you might just be tricking me.
What have I ever done that? Are you tricking yourself out of the tail? It's poisonous. Yeah,
No, just a
it's
fish
really
stick.
nuggety.
It's a fish stick.
Yeah, it's just a fish stick. This is in no way a disappointment or
It's good.
worrisome. I ordered it not knowing what it was at all. I just thought it's from here. I generally know that it's a fry, so I don't need to be scared of it.
They also had it in tempura form.
Tempura costs more, but it comes with like vegetables and stuff.
I can't see shit, Captain. Keeps
Be
fogging me
careful
up.
with those noodles. When they slap down, they're gonna splash back.
The noodle is a little bit softer than I wanted it to be, but I got a ton of vegetables and stuff in here. It's kabocha up in here, some green stuff, some mushrooms. It's rainy outside. It's kind of cold.
Yes.
This is sort of like the right thing to be having, I think. But I'm surprised I could have eaten that whole plate of fish too, and I would have been totally cool with that. We looked this up on Wikipedia because we're like, what kind of fish is this? We don't know this. These fish names, and they said that this fish is specifically from Hokkaido, but it's been brought to different regions. But I do think they're pulling them out of this lake.
I'm also pretending that the boats that Eric saw out there where the guys were fishing,
They might be doing
I'm
that.
pretending that that's where this came from.
Yeah, I think
that
they were
those people are working and they're bringing in the wakasagi when it comes to this restaurant.
I think that's what's going on. Like that those are like, maybe it's I don't know if it's like a professional thing, but I get the feeling that somebody's fishing something out there, and that's what those little boats are. I think we're on the right path. But I bet you, I wonder if they're catching these things in schools with nets because they're so small. Like you're not exactly going to catch one at a time. These little dudes like this.
Tiny little worm.
We finished our lunch and the rain has picked up significantly. Luckily, I also have an umbrella, so I'm not getting completely drenched, but I'm huge, so my feet are still getting pretty drenched. We have about a 20-minute walk up to what we're hoping is a really cool little cake shop that we can kind of chill at while hopefully the rain cuts back a little bit. And then I don't know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna cross the road in the middle of the, oh, you're checking a bus stop?
Yeah, I mean, if somehow.
Like if there's a bus coming in a minute would be good.
Yeah.
That's a pretty dismal schedule though.
That is not a good schedule. And we just got
Drenched.
blitzed by that truck. Yeah, I think we were definitely right that people are going out on these boats that we saw earlier. Here it is saying Wakasagi Domu Fune or Sen. Could be Sen.
Was it Dome-sen? Dome-fune? Who knows?
Domu-sen. Domu-fune. I don't know. But I think that people, not just locals, can go out there. Like, you probably can say, I want to go out on this boat. I'm going to be out here for this many hours to go fishing. And you can also bring your dog. Or cat. Do cats like boats? I don't think cats like boats.
Yeah, I hamster that guy up.
Yeah.
That might end up being the
That
bait.
hamster's gonna be extra man. Eric, that's your standard big boy. Right there. But that doesn't make any sense at all because what was on my plate was real small boys. Did they come in bigger? Because when we looked up the name, didn't inspire. Smelt doesn't inspire a big boy.
Dude, what you had was a small fry.
Many.
We are absolutely soaked to the bone, but we
I'm
are
soaked
here.
to the toes.
To the
Just
toes.
the toes.
Yeah, I'm soaked from kind of my waist down. I'm just drenched. So that's good fun times. But the cafe looks like it's got some pretty baller stuff. They've got a rack up front with like some actually legit looking cakes and pies. And we got a couple of pieces.
I want to know what a non-legit cake or pie looks like.
I don't know, like if you go into like 7-Eleven and you get like,
Is that a
you know what I mean?
Hostess?
Like a Hostess cake.
Hostess cup.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know, it'd be really cool to have in America, like just a Hostess cake shop, where you could come and get like tasty coffee, but what's in the display case is just Hostess.
Like like artisan coffees with
Yeah,
like shitty
you could
cakes.
get a Twinkie and a cafe au lait.
Speaking of cafe au lait, I have a big cafe au lait here. It's like a swimming pool. And Katie just went with her standby blendo.
Blend coffee. It's just black coffee that I'm putting sugar in.
This isn't your piece of cake and my piece of cake or whatever pie. We just kind of like picked some that we could each have a little bit from each one, and that kind of confused the staff, I think, to be honest with you. Like, whose is this? Whose is that? Like, they wanted hard numbers, but we're just like, wherever is fine. Dark cherry
Dark
pie.
cherry. Yeah.
And it came with ice cream on the side, which is
And
kind of a nice touch.
Macadamia nut. I wanted the crunch because this wasn't gonna have crunch.
Well, the crust might be crunchy. You don't know. So this is like a macadamia. What else? Macadamia nut. Macadamia. How do you say the word?
Macadamia nut. Yeah.
And then it's got custard and stuff in it, I think.
Yeah, there's definitely custard. We didn't cheers. But I ate before you did.
Okay, your fault.
It's my fault, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's not just sweet. There's flavors to it. Oh, what's going on?
It's time to cheers now
Okay, what are we gonna do it to?
to a rainy day that sent us into a bunch of different areas that have been pretty good.
It's been all right. Yeah, dude. There's a lot happening here. It's more complex than I can. Like, I think of like these types of things. I'm like, this is gonna be sweet, but there's like tang and stuff happening, and you can definitely taste the flavor of the nut in like a good way. I want you to bite into that and tell me what is. See if you can get more words that I'm incapable of finding. And I will get into this. I walked in and saw the cherry pie. I was like, oh, sold. It's kind of expensive though. This piece of cherry pie was like 800 yen. Oh, it's warm.
There's like a
It's
buttercream
warm.
to it.
Definitely no crunch. It almost feels like maybe there's like a bit of like a, not alcohol, but there's a bit of a,
We could have alcohol.
do you know what I mean? Like that kind of, there's that kind of like back end on it a little bit.
Coconut. In the crust.
You see what I'm saying? It's complex though, right?
Yeah.
For a little roadside pastry shop, cafe, in kind of a touristy area, I'm surprised at the quality here. And to me, this is like the quality that I would expect from something like in Tokyo, but at an expensive place in Ginza or something. Like this
Well,
is, to me, this
you're
is
in
high.
a touristy area by the river in a posh little cabin, and they touristed you hard. They got all your ducats. The number of ducats that you would give out for cake, they took all of it.
I think that I didn't care what the price was because I'm soaking wet, and those worries are just long gone. But yeah, it feels like something that would be at like a high-end cake shop or something in Tokyo, and I'm surprised that we found it here. I'm happy that we found it here, but now we have to figure out how to get a bus back to where we were because we are a long way.
Yeah, it's a 54-minute walk.
It's possible we might try to figure out a taxi.
Yeah, a taxi, or there's a bus at 20 minutes from now.
I forgot to say this when we were recording the video, but the place we're at is called Paper Moon. And this is funny because in Richmond, Virginia, near where Katie used to live, there was a Paper Moon. It was a strip club. And that's just kind of a silly name. We see it around sometimes and we just giggle about it.
I used to know a girl who stripped there.
You did?
Yeah.
And of note, outside of this place, there's a sign that's like, you can't bring anybody under the age of 10 here. So there's like age restrictions in all the Paper Moons. Is that what's going on? Is it something about the name?
Maybe in like 20 minutes all the lights dim, the disco balls come out, pipes from the sky, girls twirling around.
Katie did say that is one of the best pieces of pie she's ever had.
And it wasn't coconut. They had basically just taken crumbled macadamia nuts, which are buttery and kind of have a similar texture to coconut. And that was the layer, like the bottom layer of the pie. And then there was some sort of thing, and then another thing, and then some cream, and then...
It was a wild ride. It was like significantly delicious.
Yes.
I would say it was like a 10. That piece of pie was like a 10.
Yeah, but this was an expensive Fika.
Well, how much did it cost?
Our normal Fikas are like a small packet of Black Thunder and like a drink sachet. So like it's usually, this was like at least 6 times what we normally spend.
You're gonna blow the curve.
Yeah, 3,300 yen.
Whoa!
Blew the curve, blew his mind.
Ooh, good thing breakfast was so cheap.
Yeah, well, everything ends up evening out. Man, if those cakes hadn't looked so tasty, then maybe we wouldn't be paying a lot of money to go back home now. When we were at the tourism center earlier today, Eric and I found a picture in one of the booklets, and it was just of a creature. The creature looked pretty cute. Turned out to be a flying squirrel. Eric went up and talked to the front staff and was like, hey, where did you go to find out about the flying squirrels? And everybody in the office was like, flying squirrels? What are you talking about? And then some old man from the back came out and was like, flying squirrels? And everybody else was like, flying squirrels? Seriously? So he told us to come to a shrine. And even though it's raining, we were like, it's a 4-minute walk away from the bus stop. Just let's go have a look at it. And flying squirrels aside, the shrine itself looks very, very cool. It looks warm, but it's not. It's not warm. Nothing is warm anymore. It's really cold. But we have come behind the shrine where there's like a wooded area. And we don't really know what we're looking for or doing. We're just kind of out in flying squirrel territory from what we understand. And I am using the shooting star method. If you just stare long enough, you'll see one. So if you just look up and wait, something will fly by. That's my plan. So far, no flights.
I'm using camera magic to make this a lot brighter than it actually looks in real life. I don't know how we're gonna see these things because like it's like actually kind of more like that to my eye. Maybe if we just look through the camera and look for flying squirrels, then we can see them because it's got night vision.
Pretty sure that flying squirrels might not be out on rainy days. Or I don't know. We don't know really where to look. So I think that maybe we'll come back tomorrow and see if there's any action when it's not as rainy. But it's a little too chilly for us to just stand out here waiting for what might not happen. So we're heading back to the hotel. Little surprise on the way out of the temple. There's just a sumo it's not a dojo. Ring. Use your English. Yeah, there's just a sumo ring out here. And you can really see the sumo ring is always really high up. Whenever we've gone to watch sumo competitions, it is shocking how much they can fall down. Even more so like at Rogoku, like there's a considerable distance that these guys could fall. And like if they hurt themselves, like career could be over. it seems like you'd want to just leave them on flat ground so that they just fall. And I mean, that's a lot of guy going down, you know? But yeah, there's just random ones of these for like, I guess practicing for people in the area who might do sumo, but also probably for kids who want to get in to sumo.
What's unique to me is this is outside. It's not like indoors or something, you know? I don't think I've ever seen one being used, but you don't come across them very often. So, yeah, I don't know. This is a neat little find. We have come just across the... Oh, I can do this better. I hate this thing where you can't see my face.
You could tilt it on that. Seemed heavy enough to hold it.
Does it help at all?
Kind of didn't seem like it was helping. Yes.
Okay, we're good.
Yep.
So we're at Denny's, and this says it's morning times, opening to 11. This is the morning menu, and you get some stuff that's a little peculiar looking, but you also have wine on the morning menu.
We're trying to quit. So we went to Fuji. How did you like it?
It's actually
Weather was good.
The weather was great. Actually, I think it was fun, like that we got to explore it in the raininess or whatever. This was like a different challenge and different gear.
Slowed things down.
Yeah.
In a mostly okay way. I kind of felt like we had a lot going on, so it was kind of nice for nature to tell us just chill. Ish. We don't chill.
And it also kept you from falling off your bike for another day or two. So
yeah. That's the score. Mother Nature
was
trying to keep me
beneficial.
from hurting myself. Yeah, my body. I don't even know if we talked about at all like the cycling trip on this. That my body was wrecked. But yeah.
The good news is there's going to be another video of rainy day adventures where we actually go and explore one of the other lakes in the area, and then spoilers, it doesn't rain for a day, so we take full advantage of that. So there's a couple more videos coming from this series, so if you don't want to be left out in the rain, make sure you click the subscribe button and ring the bell. No, I don't get props for that left out in the rain thing. I've been thinking about it all day.
Wait, hold on. You can't like keep moving and then
I thought
come back.
I was expecting like some sort of charmed looking face. You're just over there playing it cool.
Were you watching me?
Oh, no,
So how do you know? I guess you're gonna have to watch this back.
I better subscribe. There we go. Anyway, and the way that we make all these videos is through support at Patreon. So if you want to help us keep making videos like this, that'd be great. If you could check out the Patreon, there's like perks and stuff for you guys, and then we get the perks of keeping to make videos and all that stuff. And then the Twitch and the Instagram and all the other things that we have, Twitter, and we have a Discord server, and all that stuff is linked down below. You can hang out with us in multiple different places in different directions and find out different things about us and stalk us in all sorts of different
Sometimes
universes.
I stalk you.
Yeah, you do. I was live streaming yesterday on Twitch and you were just watching it. And I was like, oh man, this is weird.
Yeah. I was just saying stuff to you.
So anyway, yeah, just check all the stuff down below and click all the links and leave all the comments and stuff. And we will see you in the next rainy video.
Fuji Yoko.
What? I was like, are you going to start? And you just made that noise.
Yeah, that's we're gonna start over.